timing's really bad, but I just realized I don't have my pants on. Not my actual pants, everybody. I am clothed.
She has real pants on.
Yeah, YouTube, don't take this off. It's not
She's
legal.
just about to get a uniform infraction.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that brings me back to the day. Kaylee and I went to private school, and we would always get in trouble for our uniform.
Yeah, I actually just had a really scary high school flashback when this dumped out onto the table.
Wait, okay, yeah, can you explain to them what?
When we were in high school, they did this little retreat every year, and only like juniors and seniors could go. And it was like very mysterious and like kind of had culty vibes, right?
Oh, it was 100% a cult.
Yeah.
Can I go into it? Because I'd like to talk about it. Okay. So, it was supposed to be a religious retreat. You would basically sign up and put your name in like a hat, and they chose randomly the juniors and seniors.
Let's be randomly.
I want to say there's like 15, maybe 20 like students who would get picked to go, and they would spend the entire weekend, and I can't even tell you exactly what the retreat was because that's how secret it was.
Like nobody would tell you what happened.
All
on
I
the
knew
retreat.
was that basically people would come back, and the lore we were told was basically that you just like chain smoked cigarettes and like told your deepest, darkest secrets.
Yeah, that's about the gist I got as well.
I can't say her name on here, but this one bitch. she was a mean girl, and she came. It was always the mean girls too who would sign up, get chosen, they would go, and they would come back and they'd be hugging everybody in the hallways on Monday, like, oh my god, so good to see you. Anyway, but if you had gone one time, I guess they give out these like wooden cross necklaces, and you could wear them to school.
They looked something like this, but they were like a little bit sturdier. Like this is the Temu version.
And it was basically like if you were wearing that, like you were cool because you had.
And then they would wear it to school like every single day, and then like you know, like in the car visor, like the bitches would hang it on the visor.
Anyway, I signed up all 4 times that you could. Like every single time I signed up to go, I never got chosen. And I started to realize the people who got chosen there was one teacher who like ran the program, and it was basically all her students. Like if you had a class with her before. I had never had a class with her before. She didn't know who I was. And I'm 99% sure that's the reason I didn't get chosen. Anyway, 2 years ago, I filmed a pilot I wrote a series about mine and Kaylee's high school experience. Mm-hmm. It's called Honor to the Father. Check it out when it comes out eventually.
You definitely should.
Anyway, it's in the middle of the pitching process, so I'm pitching it out, and hopefully it'll get picked up and bought and whatever, and it'll go to streaming, and fingers crossed. Anyway, shameless plug. Anyway, but when we were filming, I had bought, I don't even think we really ended up using them, but I had bought these search necklaces for the costume department, like in case we wanted to have any characters like wear it. And when I shot that 2 years ago, Kaylee was my art department pretty much, and I used her artwork in
so I donated a lot of props to the cause. So
anyway,
including these buckets that I like to this day still put all of my paintbrushes in. So I come in and like all the shit is all over the table, and I got quite the scare when I like picked up into the pile this memorabilia that brought back some trauma.
So we must have, when cleaning up from the shoot that day, we must have just thrown, like one of these necklaces must have just got thrown into her art stuff. But
and then I threw my art stuff in over it, and for 2 years it's probably just been in the bottom of this.
But it's wild because I'm very like witchy woo woo, hippy dippy.
Yeah.
I believe in like...
No, really.
No, so I think it's crazy that like this showed up today because I feel like it's a sign from the universe.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly what that sign is, but then leads me because you were just asking me about like how I'm doing generally. Like,
and how is life
I showed up to her house. She's like, "Hey, what's up? Like, how you doing?" I took that as like therapy session. I'm not doing well. Things are bleak.
To catch you up.
To catch you all up. I did have a tarot card reader on my For You page that I've never seen before. Oh. Shout out whoever you were. Tell me that something radically was going to change like this month. And so naturally you believe the TikTok witches.
Of course.
So who knows. But basically I'm unemployed right now. Mm-hmm. And which I'm always unemployed. I'm a starving artist. But I had a certain amount of film gigs lined up.
We have to starve for our art. That's how it goes.
Yeah. And I had a certain amount of film gigs lined up, and usually I try to keep like 2 months ahead, like 2-3 months ahead. I always have gigs lined up, so that way I always know where my income is coming from next. And this time I decided, hey, I'm really fucking burnt out. let me take a little bit of a breaksy poo. I have a little bit of a cushion, like whatever. Anyway, so I did. It was refreshing. I've been unemployed for a month now. But now I need to get back to work. Fun little breaky poo is over. But the problem is now I'm like starting to entertain the idea of like other paths and like other positions and like other jobs, which has never been me before. I've always been like fuck everyone and everything, like this is who I am and this is what I'm doing. So it has led me down this like identity crisis where I'm like, if I'm not an actor and a filmmaker,
can you have multiple identities?
Apparently not, because for the last 10 years, I've just, that's all I've done. And so I'm like, it started, my brain is unraveling and I'm not doing well. Yeah. But I feel like this is a good sign. I don't know why.
I think that's a sign that you can have multiple identities throughout your lifetime.
I can be a multi-hyphenate.
Yeah.
I can be actor,
just because you
filmmaker, artist, influencer.
You could shift your focus for a little while. That doesn't take away the part of you that is a filmmaker and an artist.
It does, though. No, there's just this toxic culture in the film industry where, and I think the arts in general.
Like, if you take a break, you're not real?
Yes. But also, like, if you're not willing to die for your artwork and your craft, then you're like, yeah, you're not a real artist. Like, if you're not 100%, like, devoted and grinding towards, like, this one outlet, then, like, you're not as serious as everybody else doing it. And it's so toxic.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you're in a love triangle.
Me and Mara, my best friend in the whole wide world, Mara, she lives in LA, and we were talking about this the other day. Being an actor is such an abusive relationship.
Yeah. It's
an abusive relationship, right? But we were talking about it because every time one of our friends books something huge, we're, of course, first instinct, so excited for them.
So proud.
But there's always a little part of us that's, like, jealous. And not in, like, a toxic way that we don't want them to have that thing, but there's just a little part of you inside that's like, damn.
Why not me?
When is it going to be me? Like, whatever. And we were talking about it, and I was like, you know how we always say that being an actor is like being in a toxic relationship? She goes, yes. I go, okay. So I feel like when our friends book things and have a giant career milestone, it's almost like your best friend. It's like finding out the news that your best friend is starting to date your toxic ex. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, that was supposed to be me. I put so much work into that.
My blood, sweat, and tears is in that.
And like, I'm so happy that you're happy because I want you to find love and I want you to be so happy. But like I was working on him. Yeah. Anyway,
I feel like you're having toxic relationship issues with your little love triangle here.
Yeah.
Like, you can love acting and be an actor, and you can love painting and be a painter.
And I feel like I try to explain this to my boyfriend every time we talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, and really anybody who's like, well, what are you interested in? I hate the word dream job, because I think that's like an oxymoron.
I don't dream of working.
I don't dream of labor. What do you mean? I'm like, I just want to live in a world where I can do, I'm literally writing a novel right now, okay? On top of pitching this TV show that I wrote and produced and whatever, and starred in, as well as I have all these acting, like, things coming out, as well as
I feel
painting.
like you need, like, a little pedestal right now.
And as well as, like, this YouTube channel and painting, and I'm doing all of these things, and Mara told me the other day, she was like, Rachel, like, you have so much going on. Like, you are going to be the first one to be successful out of all of our friends. And I was like, I don't know where you get that idea.
You just have a lot. What is the term when you have a lot of something in the iron? A lot of irons in the fire.
A lot of, but the poker things.
Yeah,
I'm there with you.
You know, you know what I'm talking about.
I have so much on my plate that it's killing me, and I'm burnt out. But none of it is giving me a penny. I don't get a dime from any of it currently. So it's like,
love your passion.
I'm not meant, and even when I've been applying to some, like, corporate jobs or, like, admin jobs, just to, like, see if I would, like, I know, disgusting. But, like, I'm reading the job description, and it's, like, obviously something that I can do. I can figure out anything. Like, you can learn a skill, whatever. But it's, like, I look at the job description, and I'm like, I can't do that. Like, not that I can't.
Like, I can physically do it, but mentally.
No. Like, I need to just be making some form of artwork every day is what, I just need to be creating every day. And, like, That's what I need to get to. Anyway, rant over. So I'm having an identity crisis. So let's try this again. Rachel, how are you doing?
Rachel, how are you doing today?
I'm having an identity crisis.
Take a seat.
Anyway.
So let's pour that into the canvas.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Click that subscribe button.
Please.
Anyway, what are you working on today?
A self-portrait here.
Show them what you have so
okay,
far.
guys.
Do you want me to hold up the original, like the inspo?
Yeah, actually, so you could do a little
Let me
side
get
by
closer
side.
to
It
the
looks
camera.
creepy until I put the eyes in. Okay. Are you looking? Did you look at it? Okay, cool.
I feel like, wait, this is in like the Princess Diaries when they hold up her portraits and then they're like, and she's like suddenly beautiful. Anyway, so you're doing a self-portrait.
Okay, well, here's
They're
the
gonna
thing.
think that you're full of yourself.
So this is what I'm trying to explain. Is that I went to go do a photo of my friend, and I was like, this will be such a good gift. When I finish it, I'll give it to her. And I'm so out of practice. I feel like I should bring my other piece in. This
Go
looks
get
like
it.
garbage.
I don't think it looks like, first of all, be nicer to yourself.
I'm struggling with that.
First of all, and I mean this so sincerely, how dare you? Okay.
How dare you talk about my friend that way? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be right back. Well, it'll make more sense. Can you help me? This is what I'm capable of.
This is
what I'm capable of.
This is what her ex-boyfriend stole from her.
Fucking
For 4 years. We gotta
years.
put it down. We gotta put it.
But yeah, she's
Tag yourself.
beautiful.
Which one are you?
Yeah, right?
I feel like I'm. None of them look insane enough. None of them look like they're about to spiral out of control. They all look very like healthy people.
Like peaceful, maybe.
Yeah.
Not a lot of spiraling happening.
This is her current style she's working with. Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Don't touch the
Got it?
ceiling. Yeah, okay.
Don't touch the ceiling. Baby, break the ceiling.
Break that glass ceiling.
Deep.
If I mess up my own face,
I'm getting
I feel
into
less
the
bad
acrylics.
about it.
Do you care?
No, I just got those.
I was gonna say, well, that's why.
Test them out for
That's
me.
why I was asking, because I was like, I'll use the crap. I'll use like the crappy leftover whatever
No.
you have.
No.
Today I have, so we have a video that actually I just edited from like almost a year ago now, but it was such crappy quality because it was shot on an iPhone because we forgot the camera. It's a long, I'm not gonna get into it. You don't need to know. Maybe you'll see it one day. But we were talking about, I had gone to a thrift store, and you know when you go, slay. I went to an, I can't talk. Rachel, get it together. Get it together, the fans are watching. I'd gone to an antique store. And in the antique store, you know how they sell like antique furniture and like chandeliers and like fucking whatever and like lampshades. And so they have a whole back room where they have storage where they keep like pieces like this of like things that fall off the chandeliers or the lampshades or whatever, so you can like replace it. So normally people only go to find the replacement to their specific piece of furniture. I went because I'm crazy, and I was like, I want to make something out of all the discarded, fallen off like things. I don't even know what to call them. They're not like beads, but they're like
Dingle dangles.
They're dingle dangles. So I do this thing sometimes where it started. I went to, if anybody's a fan of Ancient Aliens, hopefully you are. Everyone should be. But there's this show called Ancient Aliens.
If you're not familiar, get familiar.
It's been on since the beginning of time. It's been since my beginning of time, since like I was born. It's the best. It's the best form of entertainment I've ever seen. Okay, so they went.
Sounds like it gives you a sense of comfort.
It does. Okay, like most kids were watching like Rocket Power and like SpongeBob SquarePants, and I
Not
was
in
like,
this household.
I was like 4 years old getting into the conspiracy of the Ancient Aliens. I was like, yeah, okay. Anyway, so they went on tour last year. And I went to see them live, because if you know anything about just looking at me, I feel like that makes sense. So I went to go see them live.
You should be able to put together why that makes sense.
Best experience of my life. The weirdest people from America were sitting in the auditorium with me, and we saw God, okay? So not only did I get a signed headshot of Giorgio, which is the main character. He's got like this wild hair. You've definitely seen him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got a signed photograph of him. But I also got this little, it's called a quimbaya, Kumbaya flyer pin. I don't know. Anyway, but it's
Sounds like you're saying kumbaya, but I know you're not saying kumbaya.
Basically, I'm not going to go into the lore, but it's basically like this pin is like proof that aliens existed. I'm not crazy, okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, so they sell like a replica of the pin.
Of the pin.
I was like, that pin is super cool. I want one. So I bought one of the pins. And then I was like, but what the fuck do you do with the pin? Because I'm not going to put it on like every outfit I wear. Like, you know what I mean? This is before we came up with this studio.
Well, where is
idea.
the pin?
That's what I'm getting to.
Oh my god.
So I was like, how do you display a pin? Like, in a way that, like, people will see it. And I was like, but it's also not that serious. It's a fucking alien pin. So it's not like I wanted to get, like, a glass case.
Well,
like, I was like,
also, like, the wearable art is great, but, like, I feel like that's just, like, too done before.
I can't even remember to put on jewelry because if I have to take something off to shower, it's not going back on my body.
Yeah.
So anyway, so then what I decided to do is I just took, like, a little oval canvas and I painted this, like, kind of, like, what reminds me of alien, like, just design on it. One color, one shade of green, but I used oil paint so it, like, had a little bit of depth to it and whatever. And I just made this, like, pattern on the canvas, and then I poked the pin in the center of the canvas, and now it's hanging on my wall, because I feel like it's, like, a cool way to, like, you know what I mean?
Display the pin.
Thank you. So then I started doing that as, like, a whole, like, line, I guess you could say. Like, I made them for all my friends. I just got these small canvases.
Yeah, series.
I made, like, I used, like, colors and, like, different patterns depending on, like, my friends' personalities and, like, what reminded me of them. And then I found a pin that reminded me of my friends, stuck it on there, and it's, like, a whole thing. Anyway, if you're still here, if you haven't exited
If you survived this long.
it's actually, you can see that on my Instagram. I think it's pinned on my art Instagram page, like the Kumbaya pin. Don't talk to me. Anyway.
Kumbaya.
So, the Kumbaya. So I think I chose this rectangular one, and I'm going to do something similar of just a simple pattern on it, and then I'm going to use my accoutrement from the antique store, and I want to somehow drape and hang and get fancy with it. How? I don't know. I don't have a plan. Kaylee, your turn.
What color should I make my hair?
Blue. Actually, I didn't look at it. No, I stand by that blue.
Okay, I can see it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I have another question for you.
Yeah.
So, in your expert opinion, as someone
I'm not an expert at anything.
Works in the film industry.
Okay, that's like the one thing I could.
Why? What is with the death of sitcoms? How come I don't have good comfort sitcoms that are new?
Girl, you and me fucking both. Can I tell you what I want to do?
Go back to the 90s so we can enjoy good sitcoms again?
So, we somehow went from like a 4-cam sitcom, which is what like Friends and like Cheers and all that was, and like live studio audience, 4 camera. It was kind of like a play. It was this like giant machine that was so well oiled and like worked, and we somehow have gone to now like more of like a docu-style single cam sitcoms like New Girl.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I do love New Girl.
Oh, New Girl's like my favorite.
I love New Girl.
But my dream, Kaylee,
I'm listening.
after I sell this show,
All the blue is glitter, by the way. I'm having a moment. Keep going.
After I sell my current project, my current show, the high school dramedy, very dark but like edgy. Think like Lady Bird meets like Fleabag meets like Dairy Girls. Like I feel like that's this show. Okay. Meets Euphoria. Like those 4. If those 4 had a baby, that's my show. Once I pitch that and I sell that, I want to use the connections and I want to use the momentum from that to pitch a sitcom, but like the 4-cam sitcom way.
This is why you're my favorite.
And people are gonna be like, but Rachel, what is that? Like, I feel like I can already see the execs being like, we just bought this type of show from you. What makes you think that we want to now go like? Or they're gonna be like, what makes you think you can just? Because normally people stay in one genre, not on purpose, but like if you already have that ball rolling, like that's
and then you have the
want from you.
experience, and then people won't like rely
if you
on
do
you for
one
that,
thing well, keep doing it. Basically, I'm insane, and so I want to go back to like the sitcom style, like that sitcom style, which nobody does anymore.
Why though? Is my question. Why? Like, what happened in the media world?
Well, maybe if I had to guess,
we don't have these big casts anymore.
I mean, I don't work for a giant studio, so it's above my pay grade. But I will say that if I had to guess, I would say probably streaming because it used to be. So how those sitcoms would run is Monday morning the actors would get the script, and like Monday through Wednesday would be rehearsals, and then like Thursday would be like the dress rehearsal, or they would possibly film Thursday, Friday, but mainly it was like one day of filming on Friday. So they would do the table read, like they would get the script, they'd all sit around the table, and they would do the table reads like Monday, Tuesday area. The writers would then make the edits from the table read of like what worked, what didn't work, and rewrite the script and whatever. They would rehearse like Wednesday, Thursday. They would get on set and rehearse. And then Friday they would bring in the studio audience and they would film it, and then like eventually it would like go out.
Would happen.
Yeah.
And we put it together.
But then with streaming, the common thing came to put the whole series, like the whole season out at one time. Like all of season 1 would be put on Netflix. So like they could no longer do that like once a week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, their scheduling had to shift.
So like they had to film, they had to film a whole season in like 2 months rather than like film 1 episode a week and like whatever. So if I had to guess, it would have something to do with that. But I'm going to bring it back, don't you worry.
Yeah.
Even though I'm like currently applying to like admin jobs. Do you see where my identity crisis is coming in?
I
do
like, see it, yeah.
Am I?
What is happening?
I have so many dreams and aspirations, but like nobody's gonna be like Rachel. I feel like people are like, Rachel, you're not allowed to have a successful like production company and acting career and artist career and galleries around the world and be a successful author. People are like, you can't do all those things. And I'm like, not with that attitude, I can't. Like, or if I just go black, baby? Black and brown clap. I actually... Hear me
That's
out.
like saying that you can't wear gold and silver together, and I do that
you
daily.
Can. You can pull it off. I can't pull that off. But what I was saying, I wear black and brown all the time, and I feel like that's my silver and gold. Like, everyone tells me you can't mix black and brown, but I do it...
I'm gonna do it anyway,
pretty much every day. I feel like that's my gold and silver.
I say if it's neutral, it matches.
Yeah.
Like, neutrals just match each other.
And
I'll stand on that. As I'm working in this color scheme, me talking about neutrals.
I don't know what I'm doing and I'm scared.
Life can be scary.
I feel like you're right. I just gotta pull the trigger and do something. Okay. Nobody talk to me. Okay.
Shut up. Shut your mouth.
Shut your whore mouth.
Okay. So should that be our sign off?
I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna be so ashamed if this is the first time these paints are being used and it's bad.
I feel like they got to be broken in at some point, though.
I've never cared before. Like, I've never been insecure. I've never been the one to be like, oh,
You've
no,
never been insecure. I highly doubt that. There has been a time.
I'm insecure every day of my life. Okay. What I meant to say was, like, when it comes to art, like, I've always been the person that's just like, no bad art exists. Do whatever.
Yeah.
And now I'm like,
No,
oh
same.
my god, what if this sucks?
No, what the realist statement. I was like doing a project and someone was like, so like what's the hardest part of like this process? And like,
what do you mean?
Didn't miss a beat. I said starting.
So yeah, genuinely.
Starting.
Getting the voices in my head to
shut the fuck
up.
So I can do this.
Getting the voices in my head to just all agree on something for once. I don't have water. I'm gonna...
You have a water.
No, but I don't have... Well, I need a cuppy poo or something.
I have a cuppy poo.
I think... Oh, the Jessica Day! Okay. But I think about, like, if we were to sell, like, merch one day or, like, whatever, and I'm like...
I think it would be a sweatshirt that says "Shut your whore mouth."
Probably, yeah. But I feel like every other artist I see with merch has like these beautiful, lovely, adorable, dainty. I don't want to say dainty.
You're putting a lot of words.
Aesthetically pleasing art on shirts or on bags, and they sell like crazy because they're
stressing
beautiful.
me out, Rich.
You don't want to see my art on merch. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be.
Hold on.
What the people want.
It has to be on brand, though. That's not on brand for us.
Like, imagine. I can't even imagine it. I feel like. Anyway.
Yours would be a plaque with a picture of a pin in the middle.
I I would have the same background on every shirt, but I would just put a different literal pig in each shirt, and they're gonna be like, that's not how this works. And I'd be like, aliens are real.
Mine might say, at least I started.
At least. The voices in my head shut up long enough for me to make this shirt.
Yes. You may not like it, but it wasn't made for you anyway.
You may not like it, but I don't either. So,
neither do I.
So, take that
so
as
at least
you will.
we agree on something.
I feel like you could never insult my art, because I'd be like, yeah, I think the same thing.
I'm like, and that's what I was going for, actually.
Joke's on you. I hate everything I do, too.
How's it going over there? I like the texture
Thank
that's
you.
having.
I'm feeling like a toddler who you just gave, like, a finger painting to.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel like. Which is a good thing.
Did you eat Play-Doh as a kid?
Yeah, I did. How could you tell? Well, because my mom had given me the, like, one year for Christmas, I got the McDonald's. I don't know if it was specifically McDonald's, but it was, like, the fast food set. So you would, like, put the...
And you can make the burger.
Technically, they wanted you to put the yellow in the fry maker.
Of course.
I would imagine that was their vision. I was putting every other thing in there.
Anything but yellow.
And it had the ice cream maker that you would like in the cone. And so
which it like never came out the way I thought it was going to come out.
Of course not. But I'm like, you can't make a children's Play-Doh set fast food themed and not expect me to think I can eat the creation.
That's a good point.
Thank you. Like I
miss the Easy Bake Oven though.
Like I feel like we all know that kids try to eat Play-Doh. That's not a secret. So what executive was like, I have a great idea for a collaboration?
So after telling these kids repeatedly that they cannot eat
let's
this
do a
toy,
McDonald's. Yeah.
Let's make it look like food.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't know who did that shit. That was dumb.
But do they even have like today's version of an Easy Bake Oven?
I always wanted one. I never had one. I'm gonna put that on my Christmas list. Do you think Peter would get it for me?
I feel like Peter would go to the ends of the earth to find an Easy Bake Oven if you asked him for one.
Like, babe, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like,
he'd be on the black market trying to buy one.
Everybody else's girlfriends want like jewelry or like a plane ticket somewhere. I'm like, you get me an Easy Bake Oven.
You're set.
You're set.
I promise I'll make it worth your while.
He's like, I don't know, my girlfriend's been talking about getting engaged. I think if I just get her an Easy Bake Oven, it'll put her off for a while. Welcome back.
Are we there? Hi.
Our battery died roughly 12 million times. Oh my god, there was something I wanted to show you. I will put it up on the screen too so that you guys can see as well. But I found this listing.
The dinos.
Did you see that?
No, I did not. Are these from Lost Lands? Like,
so I guess there's,
where did those come from?
It says Dinosaur Field Station of New Jersey is closing, and their statues are on Facebook Marketplace. And
we have a dino what?
I don't know, a dinosaur field station, but these are like I think they're like life-size.
I mean, for thousands of dollars, they better be life-size.
But I was sitting there, and it took everything in my being not to somehow scrounge up the money to buy one of these dinosaurs.
I'm really proud of you.
And somebody quote tweeted it and said, my ongoing war with the HOA may be about to reach a new critical phase. I loved it. I thought you were going to be way more excited about it than you were, and I'm feeling a little insecure.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how we're going to get our hands on these dinos and where they came from.
What do you mean where they came from? It's a dinosaur park in New Jersey that I didn't know existed.
I didn't know that we had a dino park in New Jersey.
I didn't know we had one either. But,
so, is it the same New Jersey that I've been living in my whole life?
We don't have one anymore. Clearly it closed down. And
we missed it.
And they're selling the dinosaurs.
We missed it, Rachel.
I want to buy one so bad. This is the worst time for me to be unemployed.
Guys, if I sell an art piece for $2,000, I'll buy a dino. That's the incentive.
Like, we're joking, but I'm not.
I'm not joking.
If you buy our art, we can use it to buy all 4 dinos.
That's an even better plan.
I know.
You think we could get a deal if we purchase all of them at once?
If you guys buy enough of our artwork, I think we can buy all 4 dinos. Please.
Are you about to invest in our life dreams? Please do.
Did I already do that end?
Guys, this is how far I've gotten on the hair.
Yay, hair.
The side of the hat is not where it should be, but she needs to wait till later, okay? It's not her time yet. Oh, I'm really enjoying the texture of this.
Thank you. How the beads are going to somehow mesh into the vision, I don't know yet. But that's none of my business right now.
That's none of your business.
It's none of my business right now. She'll tell me what she wants. You know what I mean?
She'll grow and develop and develop. She'll grow and develop in her own time.
That's what I heard happened to the dinosaurs. They developed. Not evolved.
Developed, yes.
Evolution or evolution?
It's a mix between evolution.
Revelations?
No, I was going for elevation.
God?
Like height of a mountain.
Okay. I thought we were starting a new religion.
I mean...
There's a religion about dinosaurs. Someone let me know, because I feel like I'm in there like swimwear. I'm going to church. It's like...
Bring me to the dinos.
The body of the Stegosaurus. Amen. I'm there. Is there a way to make a career about joining every single cult and learning about it?
Yeah, like as a journalist.
I think it's probably a little dangerous though, because they might kill you.
To like join the cults and then to leave. But how would they know?
I wouldn't leave. I would just I would join all of them.
Yeah, but you need to like take time away from each cult to join the next cult.
It's like having a secret family. I'm like, oh, I've got like 5 secret cults.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, honey, you're my only one, baby. You're my only one.
I swear, it's just you. Swear. There's no other cults for me.
They're like, who's Waco? I'm like, don't worry about it.
It's my Sunday bitch. Like, what would entice you to like learn more about a cult?
To join a
cult?
Cult?
Not to join.
Kaylee, not much. It doesn't take much to get my ass in a cult. I'd be like, all right. I'd be like,
so what are we doing here, guys?
Wait, I'd be like, free housing, free food. I'm there.
I'm here.
All I have to do is like send this guy's once or twice. Like, all right, whatever. I'll be the Tuesday wife.
I've struggled through that before.
I know. I'll be the Tuesday wife.
Okay, so basically, as long as you're not on call daily.
Listen, in this economy, I might be okay with that too. With the way things are going, you know what I'm saying. I've told you before that numerous occasions during my life, people have told me that I could start a cult. They're like, I've had more than one person tell me that I have the type of personality who could successfully start a cult.
I believe that.
I think that's the biggest compliment I've ever received. Yeah. I'm like, thank you so much.
Actually, thank you so much. You don't know how that much that means to me.
Okay, team. This is the background thus far. I don't know what way she's gonna go. It's really hard because we have fancy lights up in here and this is metallic paint, so I don't even know if this means anything.
Are you getting the gist?
I don't. You're probably. When I edit this later, I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna cut this whole part out. But this is her thus far. I'm trying to get her in like every glare so that I don't know what you see, but hopefully at one angle it looks semi-okay.
Should I do a phone light, a little spotlight?
That might make it worse, but it might make it better. I think that's making it so much worse.
I feel like it's not. Hold on, does it need overhead light?
I think everyone just needs to trust me.
It's pretty, I promise.
You don't need to see it, you just need to trust me.
You don't need to know.
Okay.
Buy it if you want to see it.
How the fuck am I gonna incorporate these beads? I feel like I need more than just this background. I feel like I need to paint something else on it to incorporate.
How do you make these into pins? I feel like...
Kaylee, you're asking too many good questions. I'm gonna need you to get out of here.
No, get like... Here. Actually, here is a pin. I don't know where this came from. But like...
What if I just use...
But like, what if you had little clothespins? And then you like... stabbed it in there. I don't know how you get this back out the other side.
No, so I actually have a really hard time. I bought a bunch of fancy pins off Amazon for when I was doing this like series, and I bought those kinds with those back, like the clothespin back or whatever. And they don't.
You can't hook them.
Yeah,
back.
I can't get them in the canvas properly because I would have to bend the back to get it back through the canvas, and then I can't flatten it out again to like hook.
Yeah. So
they're called butterfly pins. Is the only ones that I can use, and they're just like a straight poke. I poke through
Doesn't
the
it kind of look like an IUD?
I don't have an IUD.
But do you know what an IUD looks like?
It's like the Tesla symbol,
right? It's
right?
like a T.
It's like the Tesla symbol.
Yeah, those pins?
No. It's
Hold
just
on.
like, it's these pins. These are technically butterfly pins. Because it's the back is like a butterfly.
Oh, so it's like a circle?
These are butterfly pins because it's just one pin straight out instead of like the safety pin back.
Yeah, but what's on this part instead of the decor witch?
Oh, just whatever. Just there's all sorts
Is
of
it just
different
like
designs.
a little circle?
No, there's like all sorts of different designs. But what I'm saying is that when you go to Amazon or Google and you search like decorative pins or like brooches or whatever, a lot of them have a safety pin back. But
Yeah.
I can't use that on canvases. I need the one that just pokes right through.
Yeah.
And you can't find. There's not a lot of them.
Have you tried looking on Dick Blick?
I don't know what that is.
It's like an art warehouse
Dick Blick.
site. Dick Blick.
Dick Blick, if you're out there, I need some decorative pins.
Are you there?
Art. But I don't want it to be
You
like
can
cartoon.
donate weird things to the cause and we'll make stuff out of it.
Yeah, no
How's that sound?
cartoons. I don't want like cartoon or like animation art. I want like just funky things. I don't know.
If you look at it and say, this is weird, it's probably the
I
right kind.
could probably sew these on.
Okay.
Because like I could put a needle through and sew them on. Or I can get like, they sell like little nails, like baby little nails.
Baby nails?
Baby nails. And I could put the baby nails in. I don't know what I would put on the back of the baby nails. I could just bend the baby nails.
Fingers?
Maybe. I could just probably bend the backs of the nails so that they don't come back out.
Yes.
I make weird art. I feel like I only want the brown ones on this painting. I don't think I want these guys. I don't think these are as much fun with this. I feel like these guys are what's fun with this. I need to figure out like what design, but it's wet right now, so I can't just lay them on. So this might have to be like a stick a pin in it. See what I did there? Project, which I'm not good at because once I put something down, who knows if I'll pick her back up.
Yeah, there's a line of projects over there that are in that same boat. Last night I had a dream that my head got hit by a meteor.
I've had the craziest dreams as of lately.
I've been having weird dreams the last
I
past
had
couple
this
weeks
one
too.
dream
Please elaborate.
that I won't even get into the full details because
Is it dirty?
No,
Oh.
because it doesn't matter. Well, it's technically dirty for a different species, but I had this childhood dog growing up that was fucking insane.
What kind of dog was it?
You met her. Her name was Vera. I don't know.
I
She was a
remember.
mutt. She looked like a black wolf.
I thought she was a wolf.
I think she was. I think that was like part of the problem. Is that I think that was like, but she was insane. She used to break the windows of my house and jump out of them, and I would come home and she was like bloody in the front yard, but like really excited to be. And she like
really happy about
She
it.
ate my bird. She would bring back like one time she brought back half a groundhog. Like she ate the front half it seemed, and she brought back like the back end of the groundhog like that she hunted, and she was like so pleased with herself.
And she was like, "Look, I met Edward Cullen on my travels."
She ate my cell phone. The first phone I ever had was one of those chocolates, the ones that like slid.
Yep.
Ate it. Like this dog was fucking insane. So this dog, Vera, that shit fucking crazy. And it got to the point where like all my siblings moved out because they grew up and like my parents were divorced, so my dad went and bought another house, and like I went off to school in LA, so it was just my mom and this dog, and it was like my dog, like Vera, was like eating through drywall, like shit was crazy, and my mom basically was like, I can't take care of her anymore. Not in like, and I'm abandoning this pet because she's too difficult way, but in like a, this dog needs more care than I can provide way, and for the benefit of the dog, like whatever. So she gave the dog away to somebody who could take better care of her. They gave her back because she was batshit fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So my mom, that happened like a couple times basically, and so my mom found this farm, and I know what that sounds like. Every kid was told the lie that like your dog went to a farm and really they got put down.
Yeah.
But we genuinely found a farm out in Pennsylvania. Like we actually found one, and they would every couple months they would send us updates with like pictures of her of like having a good time on the farm and stuff. Eventually they stopped sending updates though, and I think that's when she probably like died. Anyway, so for the past like 10 years, she would start popping up in my dreams. So I always took it as, and mind you, no one in my family liked having this dog besides me because she was like a terror and caused so many problems. But I was like, she's my best friend.
You're my girl.
Which like, I was like the only one that she was like nice to. And I think it's because like we had this like mental connection that we were both batshit fucking crazy. Anyway. So she appears in my dreams once in a while, and she hasn't appeared in my dream in probably like 5 or 6 years. I feel like she hasn't popped into one of my dreams.
Yeah.
So I like, I don't know what that means in the afterlife. I don't know. But I was, like, really sad for a while because I was like, she stopped visiting me. And so the other night she visited me in one of my dreams. Mm-hmm. But it was really fucked up because I couldn't give her the attention in the dream. And here's why. We were at a location where there was this hybrid, bear with me. Everybody's got to stay with me on this journey. There was this hybrid dog rhino mix, okay?
Dog rhino.
And apparently the owner of the rhino was super pissed because I guess the rhino was a girl. And so they were very pissed at the owners of the dog because, like, the dog, he got her knocked up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they made the dog owner keep this rhino dog and, like, raise it. So where we were, it was this massive beast of a thing. It kind of looked like a Saint Bernard or like Bernese Mountain Dog, but then half of its face was this weird like curled horn thing. Very disgusting. It was like, it was whatever. But we were there and it was clearly a violent creature because obviously.
Because it's a rhino dog hybrid.
And it had its own baby. That looked more dog than rhino. It was actually kind of cute, but it had its own baby. So it was already very territorial and like whatever. And so in my dream, we were at this house with this rhino beast dog thing and its rhino beast baby. And Vera, the dog, came and visited me in my dream and was trying to play with me. And I was and because she was like a reactive dog, she like didn't necessarily, she got along with other dogs, but not all of their dogs, and you didn't know. I just knew where this was going and I was like, she's going to try to fight the rhino dog and the rhino dog's going to kill her, like stomp on her and kill her because like whatever. And so I was
what else would you expect from a rhino dog?
So the dog came and visited me, so Vera came and visited me in my dream, was trying to play with me, and my whole concern, I was so anxious, I was trying to keep her like behind me and keep her like away from the rhino dog that I didn't even give her the attention. And so then I woke up and I was really mad at myself and I was upset because I was like, I feel like she just visited me in my dream.
Why didn't I just hang out with her?
And I didn't give her she hasn't visited me in a dream in like 6 years, and I didn't give her the attention that she...
That's why she stopped visiting you.
I know, and now I'm like, what if she doesn't visit me in a dream again? But she has to know, in dog heaven, whatever it is up there, she has to know I was trying to protect her against this fucking...
She knows.
Rhino dog.
Yeah. The thing is that I feel like Vera knows that in a mind of chaos like yours, that these things are bound to happen.
And you know what's absolutely batshit crazy but true? In real life, I think if that situation really happened, I do think that dog, my dog, could have won that fight. Like, she was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Miss her, love her.
She came home with quite a few animals at your doorstep.
She did. She was insane. I think she was a rescue from, like, you know, outside of PetSmart, they have, like, those rescues or whatever, and they wouldn't tell us where they told us where. She was from Decatur, Georgia, but they didn't tell us anything about her past, which I feel like is usually how you know it was bad.
Yeah.
But we didn't think anything of it, but we think she was, like, very, very heavily abused. And also, I think she was mixed. They didn't tell us her breed. They didn't tell us anything about her breed. And so I don't think they knew.
Little sketch, yeah.
And this was before you could go to the vet and pay $200 for like a DNA test and like figure out the breed. This was like 2000 fucking whatever. But I do think, coming from Decatur, Georgia, I think they mix everything down there. Who knows? Put a picture up. I'll put a picture up right here.
And then someone tried to train her, but you can't like train a wolf how you train a dog. No. So then that's where the abuse
She was really well behaved as a puppy. This is what our theory is. My theory is that she was too smart, and so you know how they say like the smarter the dog, the harder it is, like their whatever. But also, we think she got Lyme. She definitely had Lyme disease once or twice. I think twice the vet caught it. But she had such a thick black fur coat that like we couldn't always tell when she had ticks or tick bites. Like if we went on a hike, we would like come home and check her, but like it's impossible. Like it's whatever. And I think she might have gotten Lyme disease like once or twice untreated. Like we treated it twice and caught it twice, but I think she got it a couple times. And I read this article once. I don't know if it's even fucking true. We're gonna get scientists in our comment section. Yeah. But I read this article once that like
they're welcome.
That like Lyme disease, if it goes untreated, can fuck with the dog's brain and can make them like go crazy, and I think that's what happened. Like I think she went crazy because she used to be really well behaved and a good dog, and then as she got older she just got like
more reckless.
So anyway,
I had Lyme disease as a kid.
That explains so much. I'm
I'm
just kidding. What was it like?
I don't really remember because I was so little. I was like 5 when I got it, and then what I do remember is that I had my dance recital coming up.
Okay, and you were like...
I had been practicing all year for my dance recital. And then, you know, I get...
The Lyme's disease.
Yeah, I get the Lyme's disease. And
I get the Lyme's disease.
My mom's like, oh, honey, like, we're not going to make it to your dance recital. Like, you're too sick to dance. And I said, Mom, I will be getting on that stage. I will be dancing my dance recital.
You're like, I'm a star.
And if I have to, I'll leave right after. So that's what we did. We stayed, I did my number, and then we went to go home. And I remember sitting in the back seat, and I projectile vomited all over my mom's car. And I felt so bad. So we had to pull over at a gas station so that my mom could, like, clean out the car.
It was your fault, though. It was the Lyme's disease.
Yeah, well, I felt bad, and I, like, was a kid, so I was just like, oh no, I ruined mommy's car. Like, I did a bad thing. But my mom, however, was like, oh my gosh, my poor sick daughter.
My baby.
All she wanted to do was dance in this dance recital, and now she's, you know, in the backseat having the worst time. So I remember she came back out with a gas station My Little Pony to, like, make me feel better. Yes, she was like, this'll make it better. And, like, honestly, it did, because I still remember that My Little Pony, and I wasn't into My Little Ponies. But we did bring the My Little Ponies to the beach at my friend's house one time. And by we brought them to the beach, I mean we were sitting in her living room, and they had the heater on. And we were like, oh, it's hot, like, the beach.
So you didn't actually bring them to the
No,
beach?
and I melted in My Little Pony from the heater.
I feel like I could always tell.
I was so upset about it because I was, like, emotionally attached, because that was the My Little Pony I got from the gas station on the day that I threw up after my dance recital.
That was my prize.
I had Lyme disease.
That was my consolation prize for my Lyme disease.
Yeah, so.
I feel like I can always tell when a TV show or a movie was written by a man, because they'll have the little girls playing with their, like, Barbies or whatever in a very, like, cute way.
Yeah.
Or just like, and I'm like, you don't know.
You have no idea.
At all.
No.
We are violent little creatures.
When we would play house, I was, like, kicking them out, and I'd be like, take your $2,000 and get out of here. Meanwhile, I had no idea my $2,000
I used to loosen the heads of my Barbies just enough so that I could whack them on a table and the head would pop off and fly. I knew the exact placement on the thing of, like, where it would pop off nicely, if that's a way to say it.
Nicely.
And I would just, and it would go.
I had a whole set of dolls that were not Barbie dolls, and I would ask for Barbie doll toys, like the cruise ship or the dream house or whatever, like anything.
Yeah.
That Barbie sold. I wanted the Barbie stuff, but not to play with for Barbies. So I would, like, go through the entire box, and anything that couldn't fit my Sally dolls.
Yeah. Gone.
I didn't want it.
Yeah.
And then I would set up Sally City. And, well, not just
Sally?
me. So.
This is important to know. I never got new toys. I only had, like, the hand-me-down. My sister's 7 years older than me, so all of my toys...
I was the firstborn on both sides, so this is where we differ.
It would be 2005, and I was playing with, like, a 1996 doll that was popular in, like, 1996, but I was playing with it in 2005.
The toys were better back then anyway.
So I don't know who this Sally is.
Okay, well, hold on. We have to... Let's rewind that back a little bit. You guys are going to understand why I'm such a weirdo. Or learn that it started young, actually.
Do you have a needle? I can't
just that poker that I gave you.
You gave me a poker?
Didn't I give you a pin? Here it is. I didn't give it to you.
Oh, okay.
Here's another one.
Continue your story.
Okay, so when I was younger, me and my best friend, also named Rachel, my grandma got us these dolls. They were coral dolls.
And named Sally?
I named mine Sally, and Rachel...
so that wasn't the company name of the doll.
No. Hold on.
I'm there.
You're gonna figure, yeah.
Well, there was Polly and Barbie, so I just assumed that maybe one of them was named Sally, and I was just too poor to have it.
No, I made my own brand of doll, basically. Oh, okay. Rachel named hers, it was like Mary Kate Ashlyn or something like that. It was like a three-part name. But then she decided that she liked my name that I chose for my doll better, so she also wanted to name her Sally.
Okay.
And then we brought these dolls everywhere. And when I mean everywhere, I mean everywhere. We brought them to the water park. We'd be in the lazy river, chucking them down the lazy river and playing Sally lifeguard and swimming after them. And because, well, there was a grate at the end.
Yeah.
So it would fall into the grate if you didn't save Sally in time. And like, again.
Fair.
This is how children play with dolls, I think. We loved them so much that my grandma got us another one. Mm-hmm. And then we started collecting them. Mm-hmm. Here's where things get weird. We named every single one of them Sally.
Well, yeah.
We each had about 15
They're
named
all
Sally. They were all named Sally.
But they were selling like, seashells by the seashore?
Well, we had like haired Sally, and we had high chair Sally, and we had sleepy Sally, and blue-eyed Sally, and brown-eyed Sally, and red Sally, and clementine Sally, and, you know, all the different types of Sallys this went on. We would like bring original Sally was obviously original Sally. They would come everywhere with us.
Yeah.
But then we would also bring like all of our Sallys to each other's houses. Yeah, she needs
her cater of Sallys with her.
So then, you know, play date's over. It's time to separate the Sallys, and our moms would come out to try to help us. And they would like mess up whose Sally was whose. Again, these are identical dolls.
Yeah.
And Rachel and I knew exactly whose was whose.
Of course.
And we were like, how dare you?
How fucking dare you fuck with my
think
Sally?
that my blue-eyed Sally is the same as Rachel's blue-eyed Sally.
It's
Are
ridiculous.
different Sallys.
It's ridiculous.
I can't believe you don't know the difference. Yeah, so we went on and on with the Sallys, and they had to come everywhere. They had little carrying cases.
Uh-huh.
But again, I wanted to buy everything for American Girl doll or Barbie. Mm-hmm. And if they couldn't be used for Sally's,
then
which were...
what was the point?
Then it just garbage. I didn't need it anymore.
I get that. This isn't going well, by the way.
I see the pin.
I just need...
In the back.
I know, but I don't know how to get her to stay. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm scared. I feel like I started a journey that I wasn't prepared for.
Isn't that how it always goes?
Oh, but what if she comes up this way?
I like that.
The hard part is because there's wood in the canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I get a hammer and a nail.
Does wood make you uncomfortable?
Not your wood.
Oh.
I could get a hammer and a nail and hammer it into the wood, but if not, then I have to stay in like an inch.
So you just like being aggressive about your wood.
Yeah. Yeah. But this means that I have to stay like an inch in of frame in order to poke it through the canvas.
I think you need the baby nails with the baby fingers.
I think I wasn't prepared to do this today. I think I need tools. I feel like the more I look at this, the more stupid it is. And I'm like, Rachel, why did you think this was a good idea? Like, who told you were talented?
That's how I feel every day. Who told you that you should get up and be a member of society?
I'm like, this is trash, Rachel. This is
I
not
actually
good.
don't want to.
This is just junk. Like, no one would hang this in their house.
I would hang it in my house.
You're so nice to me.
If I had a house. I think I'm going to add some dark purple to the hair as well. I felt like I could finish this hair while we're sitting here today, and I'm losing hope little by little.
I think that I'm in over my head.
Like with this art piece or with life?
All of it. Which makes the best art when it reflects your real life.
So this is a self-portrait.
I feel like this is too much. I should just go with the little brown dots.
The big dingle-dangle, well, okay, here's the thing about the big dingle-dangle is I feel like you don't like it because it's laying down, but when it's standing up and dangling off the page, you're gonna like it.
I already poked a hole in this canvas, though, so we know that no matter what, something has to go in that hole. So I abandoned my entire idea, because obviously, but I think...
We've taken a detour.
I think I was trying to look at the painting and be like, what does the background already tell me exists? And I think I found a naked lady in here.
Yes.
Somehow. So I'm going to try to bring her out. This might be the worst painting I ever do, or it could be one of the best. We're going to find out. But we have to say goodbye. I
did start the eyes. Okay, you see? Are you looking? Here's the thing. Rachel's suggesting I should do the eyes first. I just
Well,
feel
no,
like...
because what she told me, she goes, the reason I do eyes last is because they're the easiest to fuck up, so if I fuck them up, like, it's going to ruin the whole thing, so I do them last. And I said, well, why wouldn't you then do them first? Because what if you love absolutely everything else when you hate the eyes? You're going to throw the whole thing away?
Just, yes.
Like, it makes more sense to do them
like,
first, then.
Get into the groove of it, though.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Like,
I'm there
usually,
with that.
like, with the rest of the project, like, if I start and then I don't like it, like, usually I can divert, you know, put another layer. It'll take longer, but she'll be fine. But she looks so creepy without the eyes, as per usual. We will see you next time.
Ah! Such a shame.
So,
like and subscribe so that way we can afford to buy the dinosaurs.
Yes, back to the dinosaurs.
Buy some of our art so we can afford to buy those dinosaurs.
I want a dino farm, okay?
It would... Imagine not owning a house yet, but owning 4 life-size dinosaur statues.
That's on brand. Thanks for joining.
I love you.
Stay long enough to see this project have eyes and this one to have nipples.
Or maybe she doesn't have nipples.
Maybe
2025.
maybe she's no nip and that's okay too.
Team